Hi, I'm Sarah Esterbrooks with Catholics Online, and today I'd like to talk to you about promo posts, product reviews, and sponsorships, and how to be a good influencer. So if you're an influencer who likes to do promo partnerships or product reviews, this will be a good video for you. So the first thing I want to say is not to view sponsorships as getting free stuff, because really it's not free. So the person who sponsors a post or a promo partnership or product review is actually investing in you. So they're spending money to get you their product so that you can review it. So we want to make sure that we are valuing, as influencers, we are valuing the work and the money that sponsors put into us when they send us their products for review or for a partnership or for a sponsored post. So make sure you keep that in mind, because at the same time, you want the sponsor to value your work and the time that you put into the review and sharing and all the work you're gonna do on your end. Okay, so let's get that one out of the way first, and then we'll talk about some other things. So the next thing I wanna say, just a couple basic things, is make sure you meet your deadlines. So it's really good, actually, before anybody sends anybody anything, to establish the deadlines. How many posts do you expect, and what are they on my blog or on social media, and when do you expect them by? And it's really good to set these deadlines, so that way everybody knows what's expected and when things are supposed to be done. So make sure that you set the deadlines and then you follow through. And also make sure that you deliver what is asked. So if you're asked for 2 Instagram posts and a blog post, or 3 Facebook posts and a tweet, whatever it is, make sure that you follow through. If the artisan or the business has asked you to tag them in a certain amount of posts, make sure that you do that, because just like I said, you need to value the work and the money that this person is investing in you, and you need to make a return on that investment as well. So those are the basic principles, the basic things. You must make sure that you do those to be a good influencer when you are supporting these artisans, because that's really what you're doing. You're not just getting free stuff. You're supporting these artisans and you're helping them have their products and reach a bigger audience. You're helping them reach their audience and giving them a good word. Okay. So let me just talk about some things when you're considering a promo partnership. So the first thing is make sure that you consider your audience. So for example, if your audience is moms with small children, maybe you don't want to do a promo partnership that involves you, reviewing a product for high school kids. Okay, so you want to make sure that whatever you're reviewing is relevant to your audience so that it can be most beneficial to everyone, and so that you're staying on brand. The second thing, now this is something that I always consider, and it's just my personal opinion, but take it or leave it, is when I am considering a promo partnership, I always work really hard in advance to determine, is this something that I'm going to love and something that I can give a fantastic review? And of course, you really don't know 100% until you get the thing in your hands, but I like to make sure when I'm entering into a promo partnership, I'm fairly certain that this is something I'm going to love and something I'm going to have great things to say about, because obviously that's what the business or the artisan is looking for. If you're looking at a product, for example, I don't really do like sewing or stitching, and if you're looking at a product and somebody says, would you like to review my sewing patterns or my stitching, and you don't sew, well, that's probably not a good fit, because you won't really know what to say about that product. So personally, if you do sew, then go all for it, and then you can even show examples of what you've done. So personally, I try to make sure ahead of time that this is something I'm fairly certain I'm going to love, so that I can really honor the investment that that artisan is making in me. Okay, so when you're writing your product review, whether it's a blog post or a social media post, there are some things to keep in mind to make sure that your promo partnership is effective and serves the person who's investing in you. And the first thing is you have to make sure that you connect with your readers. So you don't want your post to be basically informational and giving them all the facts, because that might seem very salesman-y and ad-like. And artisans and businesses can place ads on Facebook all they want, or on social media all they want. They can pay to do that. But instead, the reason that they're reaching out to you, an influencer, is because you can give this a personal touch. when you promote it for this person. So make sure that you connect with the reader when you're talking about this product. So a good way to do that is to appeal to emotion or to tell a story about, using this product, something particular that you may have loved about it. That will help your readers connect and show them that this is not just an ad. This is something I actually love and think you might love too. That's the best sell. If the reader can tell that you actually love this and that you use this, that's the best way to sell the product. But also, I want to caution you on that note, don't go overboard, okay? So for example, I did a product review about a rosary, and I made sure that the first thing I did was to talk about the product and why I love that product and show pictures of it and everything. And then after that, I added to my post with some information about the rosary. But what you don't want to do is do it the other way around. If you're doing a product review about a rosary, you don't want to make your whole post about the rosary, why you love the rosary, how to meditate on the rosary, and then only mention the product at the very end, because then that's treating the product review part of your post as kind of a side note. But if you're being compensated, for example, receiving a free thing or receiving money to do this, please make sure that talking about the product is front and center. So it's a tough balance to strike, I admit, but just do your best to make sure that you're using a story to connect to your readers, but also keeping the product front and center so that you're doing it justice. Okay, so I also want to talk a little bit about return on your post. So obviously, if somebody sends you something for a review, they're hoping to get sales from it. Now, I know that this is something we can't always control, because this depends on our readers and whether they're going to click through and buy. But we can try. We can make, try to help promote sales and conversions. And one tip I have for doing that is to request a coupon code from the artisan or business. When your readers feel like they're going to save a little bit by using your coupon code, they're a little more likely to buy the product, and you're a little more likely to convert sales. So just do your best to convert to sales. Request a coupon code if the artisan or business is willing to give that. But just in case, sometimes I do a product review and for some reason, unexplainable to me, I do everything the same, everything based on my product review principles, try to be a good influencer, and for some reason, the sales conversion falls flat. So I want to make sure that I am giving the artisan or the business a return on their investment, even if sales fall flat. So my goal, and again, this is personal, sometimes there's nothing you can do if a product review, if the sales fall flat. But my goal is, even if my review doesn't return sales or doesn't bring them any additional income, I want to make sure that my product review touches the artisan's heart, okay? So I want to give them kind words that lets them know that their work is valued and their product is valued, and I see them and I see all the hard work and love that they put into it, because, we're all working together to evangelize and to spread the gospel through our faith-based work. So I want to let them know that I value their work. And one of the biggest blessings to me is if I complete a promo partnership and the artisan gets back to me and says, wow, your review really touched my heart or brought tears to my eyes or whatever, because to me, that is a return on their investment, whether or not the sales come in. And of course, I love when they respond and say, wow, people are messaging me and saying, they were sent to me from you. I love that too. But I also want to make sure that it touches their heart. One more thing is, if you can, go the extra mile. I know that one thing that artisans and businesses love when they send you their product is if they can get really good high quality photos. And not everyone can do that. Maybe you don't have the right camera or the right tools or whatever. But if you can, take some photos and, send them to the person who sent you the product. And I personally do this. I say you can use this on your site or on your social media or whatever, because it's really good for prospective customers to see this product being used by real people in action, not staged and not like in the studio and formal mock-ups and things like that, but it's really helpful to see a real person using the product and loving it. So if you can, go the extra mile and give a personal tip, when you're delivering the effect of the partnership, for example, a photo or an extra share or send it to your email list or whatever it is, if you can go the extra mile, that again builds a good business relationship and shows the artisan or the business person investing in you that you value their work and their time. Okay, so a few more things I want to say, and these are tips for you just while you're looking for promo partnerships, is how to pitch a promo partnership to someone. So it's totally okay for you to reach out to an artisan or a business and ask for an item of theirs, a product of theirs in return for a review. And in order to not be looking like, money grabbing, and when you do this, I would focus on whether this product aligns with your audience and whether this is something you love. So as I said before, you should consider the audience and consider whether you'll love this. So lead your pitch with that. This is my audience. This is why I think my audience will love your product. And this is why I think I will love your product. But also in your pitch, you want to give the artisan or the business a little bit of stats about your ministry. And, maybe let them know what's your biggest platform, if you have the most followers on Instagram or the most followers on Facebook, or if you'll send it to your email list, let them know what kind of reach they can expect by, using your influence to help promote their product. So don't be afraid to reach out and don't be afraid to give them your numbers, but at the same time, build the business relationship where you're going to work with your audience and going to build that business, the personal touch of it as well. And I think if you do both of those, or at least for me personally, I do both of those to help the person know whether this will be a good fit for their product. Now, here's something maybe a little bit uncomfortable I want to talk about, and that is, what if there's a problem that pops up, and you don't 100% love the product like you thought you would? What should you do? Now, let me first tell you what not to do. Don't just not follow through. Don't just say, oh, well, if I review this, I'd have to give a bad review. I mean, unless somebody reached out to you and that's in your terms, unless they specifically say, if you love it, go ahead and review, and if you don't, then there's no obligation. If they say that, then that's fine. But if this is someone who has specific things laid out that they expect from you, then if there's a problem, you really should reach out to them and address it before going and mentioning this problem or giving them this negative review on your blog post or on your social media. And really, the truth is, artisans want to do everything they can to make sure that you and that their customers are fully satisfied and 100% happy with their product. So chances are, if you reach out because there's some sort of problem, the artisan or the business is going to be more than happy to help you, solve the problem so that you can love this product. And if it just ends up not working out in the end, there's always the last case scenario where you can offer to send it back because it just 100% didn't work out. But please don't just, try to go under the radar. And if there's a problem, don't try to just, ignore it and hope that it'll fall out, because that just creates a poor business relationship. And it can leave the person investing in you feeling a little bit down and dissatisfied with the partnership. So just make sure that when you're doing promo partnerships or product reviews or sponsored posts, that you're building a good business relationship, because there's a person on the other end of this partnership who's investing their time and their money and their resources in you, and you want to be a good influencer and you want to have a good return on that investment. And the better the return on your investment and the happier that your sponsors are with your work, that's a really good thing for you in the future to help you secure more promo partnerships. Okay, so I hope that those tips were helpful. I think that you can comment below. So if you have some good tips for having a successful promo partnership, I hope that you'll comment and share those with us. And if you have any questions for me about maybe helping you develop a pitch for a promo partnership, or maybe there's something that you'd like to do, you can always reach out to us at Catholics Online, and we can help you reach out to people to get your first promo partnership or to build a promo partnership. And we are happy to help you do that, and most especially within our directory. We'd love to see members within our directory working together and promoting each other. And it's good sometimes to have that middleman that you can go to if, like I mentioned, some of those problems pop up, so we can help you smooth them out so everyone can be happy with the promo partnership. All right, so best of luck on your promo partnerships. Try to be a good influencer and try to build community by supporting each other and supporting each other's work, valuing them and valuing your own work and your own return as well. All right, God bless.